All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak double unders to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson going into how this whole world or this whole society is going to bring people nothing but disappointments if they trust in it, right? And what this whole thing, what everything's leading up to in this world is for you to be implanted with a device, right? Everything that's going on in people's lives right now, no matter what particular lane they think they're trying to achieve, sports, being a lawyer, being a doctor, being a plumber, being a construction worker, a bricklayer, right? Being a dentist, being a flipping, working in a leisure center, working in JD Sports, working in flipping Asda, Morrison's, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Waitrose, right? Working as a flipping Salakia, working as a mechanic. All of these different lanes that people are trying to do is all leading, no matter what job people do, they ultimately want to have people implanted with a device, man. Right? And everything in this world is going to lead to people being disappointed. And the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of you Israelites, right? A lot of us Israelites, right? Whether you're a person that doesn't want to believe you're Israelite or not, man, I'll say it another way. A lot of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans have never had anything nice, right? Because we've been in everywhere that we are. We've been born into captivity, right? And people will say that we haven't and all of this, and they'll try and tell us that we're not, because they're trying to gaslight us, right? To make us think that what we're seeing and what we're experiencing is not real. Kind of like the movie The Truman Show, man, right? There's a movie called The Truman Show that's got Jim Carrey in it, right? And in this movie, everyone's in on it apart from him. His whole life, he's been born into a world that's been designed to follow him around, and everyone's in on it. Everyone's in on it apart from him, man. So everybody else knows that he's been made to be in this world, right? That's a trick apart from him. And eventually he starts to see what's going on. And then people try and make him feel like he's not, like he's going crazy, and try and sabotage him escaping from it, man. Just like how people are trying to sabotage us from escaping out of what we're in. They don't want us to be free. They want us to be underneath them. And the Edomite don't care how whack their life is or how depressed their life is, as long as I heard a man named Neely Fuller Jr. say this. He said that he didn't say Edomites. He said the so-called white people. He said white people, right? But what they basically want to do is, if they look and see that their life's bad, right? If they look over and see that our life's worse, then they don't care, right? As long as they can look over and see that our life's worse than theirs, they don't really care how bad their life is, because they just want to be better than us, because they know really that we're the top man. All these people can't handle us, man. They can't handle us. Like, if somebody's really worse than you, when that person shows up, you almost ain't even gonna notice, man. If they're so low down on the totem pole compared to you, you ain't gonna notice. But they know that we're better than them, and that's why they try and make our lives a misery, man. And all you Israelites know this, but you try and think you can run away from the curses that Yahweh put us under because we were sinning. And you can't escape the curse, man. The curses follow you from the moment you're born to the moment you die. And you only get rest when you're back in the spirit world, man. Or when the kingdom comes. But like I said in this video, this whole society is going to lead to people receiving nothing but disappointment, man. People want to try and think that people want to try and go on like they're something special and want to think that they're stars and stuff like that, right? But they're not, though, right? They're not, man. And you got all these people around that they want to kind of think that they've got it together. But when they go back in their houses, they're really depressed, man. The lockdown was a beginning of that, right? The lockdown was a beginning of people being depressed, and beginning of people seeing what's really going on, what their real qualities are, right? This war that's happening, this scuffle that's happening in Ukraine and Russia, between Ukraine and Russia, that's a sign that people are not really as secure as they thought they are. A lot of the women over there, right? Which is, it always comes back to women being brought up, man. That's another thing that I've noticed. Women always getting brought up because women have helped destroy the earth in general, right? It was a woman that sinned and caused Adam to sin and caused for the world to be destroyed in general, and they're going to realize that they're going to be disappointed because they've been told that they're just these strong, independent women and all of this, and that they've got it together. You go, girl, that you go, girl spirit. But when you actually really analyze the world, you see that that's not true, man. And that's why the scriptures say in Isaiah, the 32nd chapter, rise up, you women that are at ease. Because these women are going to have to deal with the things that they've caused to happen, man. They're going to have to deal with all the male children that they gave birth to, that all their female friends or whatever are complaining about, man. They're going to have to accept that they're the ones that raised these same men that they're complaining about. That it was a woman just like them that didn't know what the hell they was doing, that raised the children and the men that they have to deal with, man. And they're going to have to accept that that's the reason why a lot of these men are in jail as well, is because of them, because of how they raised them, to not be responsible and to not take responsibility for your actions, just like how they are. A lot of these guys that are tough guys and they think that they're gangsters, right? And they think that they can just go around smacking people over the head and flipping robbing people and stabbing people and stuff like that and being drug dealers. They're going to have to deal with that. They're not as strong and then got it together as much as they thought they did as well. A lot of these financial experts are going to have to deal with that. They don't know what's going on neither. And that they're going to be disappointed too. Because the scriptures say in Revelation, the 1st chapter and the 7th verse, that every eye shall see him, man. Everyone's going to see the Lord, man. Everyone's going to see the Lord and they're going to know that they messed up big time, man. They're going to know that they messed up big time when they have to see and deal with the consequences of their actions, man. They're going to know that. Like, we can all fake to be proud, right? But eventually there's a time where you're going to have to test what you're saying, man, right? Like when you watch boxing, you'll see the two fighters talking, man, I'm going to knock you out in the first round, right? If you keep talking jive, I'm going to end it in 5. You see all of even Muhammad Ali, man, how proud he was. He said in a fight with Joe Frazier that if I lose this fight, I'm so confident. He was just pretty much said something along the lines of, I'm so confident I'll win this fight that if I lose, I'm gonna crawl around the ring and say that Frazier's the best. He lost, and did he do what he said he was gonna do? No, he didn't, man. Like, eventually, everyone has to act. There comes a point where you have to prove what you're saying, man. All these people are talking and saying all of these things, got all these philosophies, but Yahweh's gonna show which philosophy is true, and that goes to Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter and the 17th verse, where it says something along the lines of for men will not believe that thou art full of power, thou showest thy strength, and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. And he's going to make the people that believe in the Lord, believe in him, he's going to make their boldness manifest, man, and he's going to show that why they had faith in him. He's going to show it. Whereas for everybody else, he's going to show that what they was believing in was nothing, and they're going to be disappointed, man. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. That's what these people are going to have to see, man. They're going to have to experience that. They're going to have to experience sorrow and disappointment, man. All of them shall be, the scriptures say, all of them shall be ashamed and confounded. And there's going to be much tribulations that's going to come up leading up to this time. And famine's one way that Yahweh's going to humble people, right? A person's belly grumbling. I ain't never really seen no one proud when you're watching those countries where there's no food there. Ain't no one proud there, and you ain't really seen no music or no twerking in the places like that. I guarantee there ain't no one twerking in Ukraine right now when there's bombs blowing off all over the place. I doubt there's many people twerking, if any people twerking right now. But this was just a lesson anyway, man, going into how the Lord is going to trusting in this society is going to lead to nothing but disappointments for you Israelites, man. So don't trust in this place and turn back and repent and come back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, and start watching the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man, and learn what you need to learn in order to be saved in the day of the Lord's wrath. Because whether you're ready for the day of the Lord or not, right? The day of the Lord is coming, whether you like it or not. The day of the Lord's wrath is coming upon the face of the earth, whether you're ready for it or not, man. Whether you're ready for it or not, the day of Yahweh's got a specific day that he's going to bring wrath upon the earth. And whether you're ready for it or not, that day is going to approach and it's going to come here. And I'm going to end the lesson there. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. Shalom.